Welcome back. For many people in Britain, socialising often involves an alcoholic beverage or two. But for those who are non-drinkers, sometimes that can be very tricky. Well, my next guest, our rising star this weekend, has tapped right into this issue and is one to watch in the digital and hospitality space. He's created an app called Better Without that gives users recommendations for a number of alcohol-free options near them. So I'm delighted to welcome this week's rising star, Jonny Stevens. Jonny, great to see you. Straight in at the top, though, this is an app that guides you to not a lovely, different, interesting alcohol-free beverage, but more importantly, where you can purchase it.
That's correct, yeah. So thank you for having me on. So the idea for the app is to be able to discover what drinks and where exactly you can get them.
It's interesting, isn't it, though, because, as it were, it's not only folk who, for whatever reason, have decided that they will not drink alcohol, they just don't get on well with alcohol. It's also sometimes, as my introduction said, people who just want to take a break. And in the old days, if you went into a pub or a wine bar and you didn't want an alcoholic beverage, it was kind of water or Coke, or that was it. I mean, now they're the most exotic and wonderful alcohol-free cocktails.
There is. So I saw a real trend, especially with lockdown, and I think people reassessing their life, reassessing the way that they want to drink. So you're right, it's not just about people not drinking, and you'll see some shots on screen now, so showing actually what drinks, people, they may want to just moderate their drinking. So it may be on a Wednesday evening that actually decide not to drink, and you want to go to the pub and you want an alcohol-free sparkling wine, or you want an alcohol-free cocktail or beer on draft. I mean, that's one thing that I found quite amazing with this, is there's 200, 300 places in the UK that are offering alcohol-free beer on draft. So it's making it much easier for people to actually choose that alcohol-free option that night. It could be that you're driving or you're pregnant. There's many reasons why people don't drink, and that's why I wanted this app to help all those people, not just the people that are maybe sober, but actually people who are mindfully drinking or cutting back.
Yeah, utterly brilliant, and applause for that. But we didn't invite you on as a rising star just because your idea was a particularly good idea, which I think it is, very much so. We invited you on because you're sort of natural-born entrepreneur, because it started off, didn't it, with chocolate bars and cassette tapes?
It did, yes. So I've always had that sort of entrepreneurial flair. I think my mum will tell the story from about the age of 5. I was selling sweets in the playground, and I remember getting some old cassettes and selling them on eBay. I think I was selling on eBay from about 12. I've done a lot of work in the events industry, so I've always looked for new opportunities and new ways that, and not just for the money, but actually new ideas and new things that actually could present a bit of fun.
And also a bit of fun, but I mean, you got yourself to the Peter James Dragon Den Academy. I mean, to have that hand put upon your shoulder is a pretty clear indication of promise, is it not?
Yeah. So when I was 16, I was looking to leave school and decided to apply for the Peter Jones Academy. So Peter Jones from the Dragon's Den, and the idea was very much you did the whole course around your business. And for me, I hated school. It wasn't for me, but actually this idea of running a business and everything being around your business. It was there that I got to present to Peter. I was down to the last 6 in Entrepreneur of the Year. So I've as you say, always had that, desire and drive to be entrepreneurial.
Sure. And one of the key things that Peter believes very strongly in, and I know Deborah Meaden does as well, I know Deborah better than I know Peter, but they're both brilliant at what they do and both good people, is you don't expand beyond reality. You take it cautiously and what have you. but Better Without is being rolled out already in the United States and Canada.
Yes, yeah. So we really saw a trend. The UK is quite far ahead in terms of alcohol free, but very quickly in America and Canada, and Australia as well. We're in. Um, People are changing their habits, their lifestyle, and I think lockdown and COVID has massively changed that and fast forwarded this whole industry over the last year or so. So yeah, we decided that pre us sort of even really announcing that we were over there, we were getting people downloading the app, following us on social, asking us when we were coming. So yeah, we decided earlier on in the year to launch it in those markets. I mean, the app has only been around for 10 months, so not long really.
Absolutely brilliant. Final point, because it also matters to me personally. I think it's one of the things that really marks out good people in whatever walk they're in, what I do for a living or what you do. You also mentor and you host festivals and events. So what do you most enjoy about working with people?
Yeah, so I've been working in the events industry, and I used to do lots of circus workshops and still do, whether that's throughout the years being in schools or at local festivals. And for me, connecting with people, it's always been a big passion of mine. Teaching new skills, that whole mentoring side of actually just helping people, whether that's as I say, teaching new skills in the event sort of work that I do, or where we're sort of the alcohol free stuff, actually teaching people and small businesses that this isn't a threat to their business, that alcohol free isn't suddenly going to people not drinking alcohol is going to change the way they do business, and actually trying to sort of see how how we can help and put things out. So I'm always very keen to give back when I can.
Lovely note to end upon. All of us here wish you increasing success. You've done pretty well already, Jonny Stevens, but we wish you well. You're doing a good and clever thing, and that's the perfect combination. So keep in touch with us and conquer USA, Canada, Australia. Next one, give us a buzz and we'll natter again and take a check on how you're doing. Great to meet you, Jonny, and thank you very much indeed for your time. That's the brilliant Jonny Stevens there, founder of Better Without, the world's first app for alcohol-free drinks.